All right, let's get ready for another price action setups video. Okay, just filled on a short position that I took on the MES. I was just trying to scalp a little volatility as we had the PPI numbers out this morning. However, don't really care about what's going on before the market opens. We really care about what's going to happen once the market opens. So basically, right here, you can see that core PPI and PPI were both a beat. This should be bullish for the dollar. Let's go take a look. Higher than expected should be taken as positive or bullish for the dollar. So if we ultimately get that bullish move for the dollar, then we would expect risk to come off today. Today's expected move for the NASDAQ 100 E-mini futures is 15,399. You do have an old support level coming in right there at 15,383 as well. And you can see that yesterday you touched that to perfection before rolling over. And then at the bottom edge of today's expected move, 15,165. Remember, these are not resistance or supports. The market does tend to respect these levels. However, yesterday, if you did what I told you to do, you will notice that the S&P 500 blew right through its expected move. In fact, I will show you right here. This line is the expected move high for yesterday. So you can see yesterday it traded up to it and right on through it. And that's what I mean when I say these moves are just guideposts, if you will, of where the options market thinks that risk will trade that day. A lot of times you get breaches of that. But anyways, there you go on the NASDAQ snapshot. Go over here to Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin is currently breaking down, which is what I said yesterday. If it doesn't hold support here on a retest of monthly support and then go, then I would probably expect more of a breakdown. You got a whole day's full of trade, yet 11 hours left on the close. So the close is what's going to be very important here. But yeah, it is as of right now trying to break down below that monthly support level. And if you do close anywhere under that monthly support level, you will also be closing back under the daily 21 exponential. But the daily 200 exponential is coming in right there. Also, this low test was a perfect test of the 50 on the RSI. So the hope is not gone yet. Obviously, for bullish hopium, if you still have any, it would be that it's testing the 200 and it's testing the 50 and it's going to bounce. If you get a daily closure back under, then obviously, like I said, we'll be looking for 26,530 to be next potential support, as that is weekly, I believe. Yeah, it's a weekly demand zone. The actual weekly support is 26,250 and not 26,530. But basically, if you get back down here, you will have erased this entire move to the upside, and then this will have been a bull trap, which is something that we have to be respectful of. But you are also testing the 21 on the weekly right now. You're a little bit below it, but you're still testing it, as it's the close that matter. Same goes for the RSI on the 50. So on the daily and on the weekly time frames, you are testing the 50. So there is still a little bit of bullish hopium left. But if we get down to 26,250, you can wipe the bullishness off the board, in my opinion. That would be where I would stop looking for bullish entries. However, I am currently in a short, once again, from last week's high. So I'm still sitting in that. Moving on to the S&P 500. I don't know why it does that, but that is not the S&P 500. Here we go. All right, on the weekly time frame. We don't need it on the weekly time frame. We need it on the daily time frame. Here we go. On the daily, you are testing the 50 on the RSI from underneath price. Today's new expected move on the SPX. This candle has not opened yet. Once it does, I will probably reframe up these numbers with the open of that candle. But for now, it's right back up to yesterday's high at 43.85. And the low would be 43.3 0. So we'd essentially take out yesterday's opening price if we were to trade down there. And bringing up the futures, you can see that there is a little bit of volatility coming in, like I said, from that PPI number. But any volatility that happens from now until the market opens could be faded. The markets are currently structured more bullish than bearish. The S&P 500 as it got back above the 21 exponential. You can see there's a big gap right here to fill also. So the market may be wanting to do that. But the market could also say, hey, I filled that gap yesterday, right? We don't know what the market's going to do ever. But if it does, if it fills the gap, then obviously you would be looking to buy this thing on the open. Any pullback on the open, you would be looking to get long for the gap fill trade. Weekly expected move high on the S&P 4414, and then over here on the charts, the NQ1 weekly expected comes in around 15,417. Yesterday you hit that support. Once again, you can see there that red line. It's the same. It's just taken from that red candle there. And then your lower edge of the weekly expected move, which I don't think we're going to see, is 14,864. Tomorrow is CPI. So keep that on your minds as today's trade continues. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this video helps, and we're going to try to put these out every single day if we can before the market opens. Please forgive me if it comes out a little bit after when the market opens, because obviously, with editing and uploading, things take time, and I'm not, I do what I can. So it's currently 8:39, so we'll see if I can get it up before the market opens. But that's what I'm looking for today. As far as price action setups on FX right now, I don't have anything. I mean, I'm currently still holding shorts on Aussie dollar, pound dollar, holding a short on USD JPY. However, I don't expect that short to last much longer, but we'll see. And I am currently holding a long on USD CHF. As you can see, that has pulled back pretty viciously with the dollar pullback, along with oil's pullback. And there you go. There's oil. Oil had a vicious move to the downside. A ton of volatility. And then obviously with the war breaking out Saturday, you got a big gap to the upside. I think oil is just probably going to fill that gap. And then we'll see if it continues to rally. But support is going to be, I don't know, let's say 52. It'd be the close of this candle right here. So it'd be 81.58 on the nose. You got quarterly res coming in right below you there. 200 exponential on the daily. All right. But I don't have any new fresh setups on FX. And it's just Bitcoin and then futures, because I'm trading a lot of futures. I did not take any new options set up. Oh, yeah, I did. I sold a call. Forgive me. I sold a call on the MES. I'll show you that real quick. There it is right there. So MES calls, just in case it does decide that it does want to roll over, even though it has gotten its bullish structure back. But you do still have, right, a lower low, a lower high, and a new lower low. So until you get above this swing high up here, the structure is actually looking kind of toppish. But I mean, from the volatility up that we've had this week, if it is going to roll back over, then that's why I sold the call, right? Got calls sitting way up there. So if it continues to push up today and into tomorrow, I'll probably close the trade out for a loss. But we'll see what happens. You guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you trade safe, trade smart, and as always, happy trading, everybody.